Hey guys, this is Winter again. I just wanted to make a quick updated video on her raw process and how my dog eats raw. So, I just needed to make an updated video only because she doesn't eat the same way as the first video we showed you guys for the raw diet. So we realized that as we were buying raw, it has to be the 80-10-10 rule. At least that's the rule that we follow, which is 80% muscle meat, 10% organ, 10%, 10% bone. And so we realized with doing the 10% bone part, she wasn't really chewing on her bones. We tried the rib bone, which we realized, okay, maybe the rib bone was just too hard. So we tried like other little bones. I think it was like Old Roy bone. It was like a flavored bone, and she did crack that one open, but she really wasn't eating that with her food. So we came to the conclusion that we have to have kibble just so she's making sure she's getting the proper nutrients in her diet. So now, as you can see, we don't really feed her a lot of chicken and turkey and stuff like that. So for her kibble right now, this is the salmon kibble that we just bought her, which I think she likes. This kibble, yeah. But before it was like lamb. And so she eats the kibble, and then we also prepare her the raw. So she eats both. I just prepared that raw. So in that raw right now is ground beef, quail, and we just started adding bone broth because we heard that it just helps. No. And sometimes we normally do add eggs, but I forgot to add eggs.
For the shininess of the coat.
Yeah, because eggs help with just making the coat shine, and you just want your dogs to look like nice and get a lot of compliments. So if you want your dog's coat to shine.
I wonder if that works for like long coat dogs too. Do they be shiny too?
That's a good question. I don't know. But yeah, her coat is always very shiny. Also on the floor that you see now, we gotta just clean it up because she made a mess. But we also put rice into her bowl. So right now she's eating the kibble and looking up the rice and stuff like that. But yeah, this is also sardines in her kibble because we tried the tuna, and she likes the tuna, and she likes fish and everything. So that's the sardines.
Shout out my boy Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and if you know about Bruce Wayne, he's a very big, popular cane corso. He's very big.
He the king.
So, yeah, that's the sardines and the kibble and a little bit of the rice. And then that is the ground beef and the quail and the bone broth mixed in. And sometimes we add egg, and we will put it in that bowl. And of course, that's just her water bowl. But she likes her food now. Because before, she just didn't eat the bone. She liked the food before, she just didn't eat the bone. At first, she didn't like the liver, but then we had stopped giving her raw for a minute, and she was just eating kibble. And so when we brought back the raw food, she loved it. Like, liver wasn't a problem. Like, all the organs that were a problem at first weren't a problem with her anymore because she missed raw so much. And you just have to remember, guys, that when you do feed your dog raw food, they probably won't poop right away, so don't get frightened. But when they do poop, it might come out a little diarrhea-ish. Because like with her, it came out like diarrhea. And before, when we just fed her strictly just raw, it was black poop. And that's because it's so much blood. But now that she eats the kibble and the raw, it's still diarrhea-like, but it's brown. And it'll slowly clear up that diarrhea stuff. You just have to be very careful, and they'll just have to use the bathroom a lot because they can't hold the diarrhea as much as they can solid poop. So yeah, I just wanted to make an updated food video on how her raw process is going. But yeah, she definitely likes the fish, salmon, and stuff. Because before, we just gave her lamb. So this is her first time. And we also added before, I also want to say some type of sauce.
Yeah.
Joint supplement for her joints.
Yeah, it was a hip and joint sauce.
Yeah.
Even though the raw is enough omega acids and antioxidants and all that stuff that you need for joints and bones to grow like the strong.
Yeah. So that's why we kind of had bought that, because cane corsos, sometimes you'll read about a lot of cane corsos having hip problems and stuff like that. So you just want to be careful about that. And she's only probably 8.5 months. So you just want to be careful the first year or two. And that sauce you can make at home. 'Cause it was like regular ingredients like rosemary, paprika.
It was like bone broth.
Bone broth was added into it. It was like a bunch of bone broth with spices. So if you just get bone broth, and maybe add seasoning, it's the same exact thing.
It said add some parsley, some rosemary, some thyme,
Yeah.
some good herbs.
So if you cook at home, you probably already have that in your cabinet. So, but yeah, this is her updated food video. Just wanted to check in, and if anything changes or we get any new suggestions, I'll probably make a different video. But yeah, so add a comment if you have any comments or suggestions, questions. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.